doing? Welcome. Good to have you. Why does the white balance make me look like I'm a pale, dead ghost today? Why do I look like that? I switched scenes and I was like, who the fuck? Why am I so... Okay, whatever, I don't care. I can be undead today, that's fine. Necromancy is in. It's currently in fashion. my brain said hung in Chinese and I was like, how do you say that in English? Trending. I think that's the more accurate like translation. Good morning. Hello. Jamal and Julian, welcome to YouTube chat. Also on top of Karma, who is always here before I even hit start stream. I don't know how you do that. That's actually pretty impressive. Necromancy is fetch. 3 got it. 3 beat me to it. Oh my god, I'm a dumbass. I grabbed everything I needed for stream and then forgot the actual materials I was gonna use for the decoration. It's paper. I just have a bunch of paper. Let me grab it. I have these. I have old red envelopes because there were some DIY projects I was looking at, like video references that use, because you know how you can't use old Chinese New Year's. Anyways, I'll talk about it once I get the paper. 1 second. Okay, I'm equipped. Did I miss a stream or did you dye your hair? Oh no, it's been like this. It's actually so grown out. So if you did miss the fact that I had dyed hair, you would have missed it for this long. This long times 2, times 3, because it's been re-dyed twice already. Re-bleached and re-dyed twice. I'm literally reading a sci-fi YA book about necromancy. So I'm right. It's super in fashion right now. It's super trending, super fetch. Okay, I have a whole bunch of materials. I don't have too long to stream today. I thought I would have more time, and then my dad called me literally like 5 minutes before stream started to be like, hey, you want to join us and a family friend for lunch? And I was like, it's 10 a.m. and I'm streaming like now. He was like, so you can join us after stream for lunch. And I was like, you think I end stream in 2 hours? Like, he was like, surely. I'm like, okay, father. So he was like, it's Chinese New Year, you gotta come out. Okay, all right. That's like the one argument I cannot say anything against. Yeah, my dad has voluntold me to come to lunch, exactly. Lucy, welcome. Ladrio Drift, welcome. Are you doing Chinese DIY or are you doing British pensioner playing tennis? Wait, what do you mean? What's a British pensioner playing? Wait, what is this? A very specific joke I'm not getting, Ninja. 6-hour crafting session. See, that's what I was saddling up for. I got so much stuff. I was so ready to go. We might need a second stream because I have so many videos just like queued up. I was like looking up like all of the DIY ideas. let me see. There's a paper knot tassel we're gonna start with. It's like a dangly decoration. There's lanterns that you can make out of old hongbao, because when you have hongbao from a previous zodiac animal, you can't use it again until 12 years after, because like the year of the rabbit's not coming back, and this is like two years ago, I think. These are old because I wised up after that and I bought boba envelopes. These are timeless, not zodiac specific, and I can use them year after year, but these I could not. And you always have to have some hongbao ready, especially when you're my age and all your friends are getting married, because I don't know, our tradition at least is to bring hongbao with cash to the wedding. Instead of like registry gifts, I just like shove 2 crisp $100 bills into a hongbao and I hand it to the bride and groom. Or in some cases, I said bride and groom, and then I was like, I actually have been to multiple gay weddings now, so I can no longer just say bride and groom. Thank goodness. Thank goodness the gays in my life are finally starting to get married. Anyway, that's why I always have hongbao on me, and that's why I have a lot of outdated hongbao, but yeah, at least your dad got the date right. My dad got the date wrong for the family Chinese New Year meal. Wait, what? As in he thought it was today and it wasn't? Also, this is kind of early because Chinese New Year's not for another like week at least, which is why I'm doing my decorations now. Because I start setting up for the week leading up into Chinese New Year, and then you're actually celebrating for the first if you're Shanghainese, it's like the first 2 to 3 weeks roughly. Every region's a little different. For us, it's about 2 weeks. And So I thought I was right on time, and then everybody was like, I'm done decorating for Chinese New Year. I'm ready to go. I'm like, who the fuck are you people? Chinese New Year is not until the fucking like 16th, the 17th, something like that. I don't even remember. Oh my God. I threw this too far. I had to go pick it up. Okay. Isn't it 2 weeks out? No, it's definitely a week out. Dipolar, you better get going if you thought it was 2 weeks out. Yeah, 16th is 大年夜. So the night before the new year hits is the 16th. Yeah, the 17th is 大年初一. So chop chop. The simple like, oh. Happy New Year, dearest sweetheart. Old man steptoe, that's very sweet of you. Happy New Year to you as well. Let's see. Pretty sure Chinese New Year is next year. Karma was in YouTube chat earlier going like 2 New Years in 1 year. Yeah, crazy how that works, huh? That's how I spent my whole fucking life. Okay, so sorry, I was talking about old, so there's like a project that where you use old red envelopes from, if you don't need them anymore, right? Either you have too many or they're the wrong animal. You can make little like lanterns out of them, which I thought was really cute. Cause I've been sitting on these, I've been like camping this set of envelopes, like what do I do with these? So hopefully I have enough. Cause I realized all my other old envelopes I like threw in my parents' place. This is the only set that I had at home still. And then obviously there are like paper flowers you can do like paper cutting with. So I originally had bought from Daiso like red construction paper looking stuff. But then I looked all the way around for like stuff that might work for it and just didn't find, because I feel like for paper cutting you really need like thinner paper. So I went and got proper like actual 宣纸. This is like actual Chinese New Year intended paper with like designs on it. I think the one I got was the double dragon. I didn't like the other designs as much. So this one, the red dye on the paper comes off really easy. So I was trying to avoid it. I don't like it very much. But then I got suckered into getting a whole roll of it. So these are the big ones that you'll write, like you'll take a calligraphy brush and go like fu, and then you hang it upside down, right? So it's like fu dao. It's like if you don't speak Chinese, the word dao means upside down, like, or to flip. Is dao. But dao is a pun for arrival also. And so if you like write a thing on the paper and then flip it upside down, it's like the arrival of the thing that you wrote is the concept. So I am considering doing calligraphy. I wasn't going to do that today, to be honest. But the reason you want the rolls is because you can get the long rectangles. This I actually bought to make my dad. So actually it's a good thing I'm going to see my dad today, because I'm literally bringing this to lunch. And I'm going to be like, will you, won't you write my 对联 for me this year? 对联 are... Oh my God, I just realized there's a lot of like cultural education context that I wasn't planning to give you guys. I was just gonna do it, and now I'm like, no, I'm gonna explain myself. Sorry. 对联 are, if you've ever walked past like a Chinese door on Chinese New Year, and they have these 2 long red columns of text on both sides of the door, that's a 对联. It's usually a rhyming couplet, and then it's like some auspicious arrival of spring / luck / bringing me luck and fortune in the new year type phrase. And my dad is actually a master calligrapher. Fun fact. I am not. My dad was so good he had disciples. So I'm gonna make him do it. Maybe. And then I was actually, because there's so much of this, right? I was gonna make him do it. I was gonna make him do like 2 sets probably. And then there's gonna be so much paper left over. I was like, maybe I'll try to copy it. It'll be ugly as hell, but it'll be a fun exercise. 2 hours are gonna go by before we even get started. I know, right, Hina? So I was like, oh my God, the fact that my dad is cutting me off. I bargained with him. I was like, instead of noon, can we do like 12:30? And the restaurant is like really close to my house. So I was like, and can I be 5 minutes late? And he was like, yeah, whatever. How's my brother with calligraphy? Even worse than me. Much worse than me, actually. The only way I can enjoy Chinese New Year is by playing Genshin because of the new lantern rite. Oh, I know. I'm kind of mad that it sounds like this year's lantern rite was really good, because last year's was so bad that I was like sad. And then this year, I don't think I can even play it because I'm not caught up on Not Lun's story or the one that happened, the interlude after that with like Venti and stuff. I haven't played any of it. I'm out of date for like a year and a half or something like that. And then everybody was like, oh, this year's Lantern Rite like has characters that are from that story, so you probably want to. I'm like, I'm not gonna catch up on like a year and a half of Genshin content just to play Lantern Rite this year. Am I? I don't think I am. I don't think I am. I thought about it. I seriously thought, because I have yet to miss a single Lantern Rite. If I miss it this year, it'll be my first time missing a Genshin Lantern Rite, which is sad. Zubai. I don't even know who Zubai is. Like that's how out of it I am. I muted all Hoyo and Genshin related terms from my timeline. I don't think you need to if you wanted to. The story is fairly self-enclosed. Oh, so is it more so that there are like characters that I won't know? But I feel like that's a problem too, because I kind of want to like meet those characters in the right context. Like I don't want to meet them out of context. That being said, I did play a lot of character quests out of order early on, and that involved meeting certain characters out of order, and that was kind of okay. Like I remember meeting Mona very out of order, which is super early game as you can imagine, but it was very out of order. I didn't play it in the right, I mean, they didn't really enforce an order. Tried to make it work, but I remember it being a little confusing. The White Horse Adeptus. Oh, with the ponytail? I remember seeing her and being like, Kiana. All you need to know is they have Uma Musume in Genshin now. Oh, like as in Zubai. The story is permanent? Wait, really? The Lantern Rite story is permanent? Well then. You know, I still have all the lanterns that I made, the 1024 that I made, because I was trying to get to 1028 and I was like literally counting down the final minutes and I was just 4 short. I was just 4 short at the end. More focused on Savai anyway. Oh, okay. Well, I'll think about it. It's a character story quest. Okay, maybe it's okay if I miss this year's Lantern Rite, because it'll mean I won't actually miss this year's Lantern Rite because it's permanent. Perfect. I was actually really hoping we could do like a marathon stream week where I basically like set aside a whole week of my life where I don't do anything but binge catch up on Genshin. Like I feel like that would be really fun. Because it's not like I hate Genshin, right? I just like really didn't like the way it was like taking up more of my life and my mental bandwidth than I wish it would. I did get mad about Natlan. That did happen. But other than that, I don't hate Genshin. I think there were a lot of people who were like, Ying hates Genshin. I'm like, do you see my entire Venti shrine? Like, no, I don't hate Genshin. But there were aspects of it that I found were very unhealthy. So I had to cut it out of my life for a while. I was like detoxing. And then much like drugs, maybe it's time to relapse. I stopped playing because I ran out of storage. I was also running into that issue, but I got a new phone recently. I like to play on my phone. It's just more, I'm very like, I like to lay on the ground and play games, so that's why I'm a console and phone gamer. But anyway, okay, let me quickly show you guys the difference between, oh, I also have paracord. I have red paracord so we can tie some knots too. That's the goal. The gold construction paper is for like highlights and decorations. That's why I don't need very much of it. I think there's only like 2 sheets in here. Yeah. And then for this, let me just quickly show you the difference in texture. Relapse, gamble, gotcha! Dipolar gets me. Okay. So this is 宣纸. 宣纸 is calligraphy paper. It's quite thin. You can hear and see the wobble. So I'm like really trying not to touch the red. It really comes off. Like my fingers will be dyed for like 2 days and I don't want that. It has like little highlight pattern. It doesn't always have the patterns on it, but I feel like it's like an easy way to make your thing look immediately a little bit better, even if you're really bad at what you're doing. So I bought the one with patterns on it, even though for paper cutting it would have been better to not. But I just thought it would be, I feel like when it comes to Chinese New Year decorations, it's kind of like Christmas decorations. Like the more over the top and like suchi you get with it, like the uglier you make it, the better it looks. You have to like full send on the over the topness. So I was like, yeah, let's get some gold dragons on that paper. So this is 宣纸. And then in comparison, the red construction paper I have, first of all, is less red. You can see the shade is quite different. And then it's a lot thicker. So I was thinking maybe if I was making like lantern things, or like designs that have more structure to them, that isn't like paper cutting or calligraphy, then I would use this like somewhat thicker paper. This is actually not as thick as I thought, though, to be honest. But that's the plan. Oh, and then we have our old red envelopes also. The gold detailing, I know, it's actually a lot less fugly than I expected it to be. Although there is a little bit of a misprint situation. There's like a little extra gold in a row coming off of it. I don't know if you see that. I've never seen one with pattern. Really? It's quite common, actually. I was really debating. I probably could have bought a little bit of both because I probably will use these over the years. Like, I'm not really worried about buying too much of this, especially because I'm getting into calligraphy just like a little more. And next year I'm hoping to be good enough that I can like do calligraphy to gift my friends over Chinese New Year, but I don't know. It's like, it's a lot of paper. Like this came with it's so thin. This is actually a lot of sheets, but anyway, I want to start with this thing. Let me show you guys. Okay, hold on. First, let me get the right layout. Wakey wakey, haha, hello. Okay, so I got one piece of construction paper out first. Oh, we need a steep tea, guys. Can't do a Chinese New Year crafting stream without tea. Hello, I brought you guys my tea club. You can join my tea club today. This is a tea club I pay a lot of money to be in, and I consider it like tuition because I really like their quality. I've been saving this one actually. This was all the way from the October club, so it's been a hot minute, and it's this one. This is the Wuliang Shan. I've never heard of Wuliang Shan before. That's a really metal name. Like unmeasurable. Wuliang. No amount. Wuliang Shan Qing Xin Oolong Cha. And I am a big high mountain oolong kind of guy. Insert more jokes about me actually being Taiwanese. I'm guessing this is, because it's 25 grams and I usually do 10 grams per steep, I might just have it roughly. Okay, let's see. Tea and crafts is a great combo. I agree, Unique Harmony, welcome. Okay. Is that roughly half? That feels right. That feels right. Okay. Let me set this aside. Where are my binder clips? Okay, well, I'm gonna do something a little cursed, which is because I don't know where my clips are. I'm gonna use a hair tie. Wuliang is something Buddhist. Oh, that makes sense, actually. Wuliang would be a very Buddhist saying. This is cursed little pouch. I can't believe I did that. And then, oh, I already have boiled water here. Perfect. Send it, whatever. I got gifted this kind of decoration for Year of the Rabbit by a friend of my dad. Never knew how I was supposed to assemble them, so it's been on a shelf for years. Assemble them? What do you mean by assemble? Oh my god, look at the way it steamed up the camera. Sun for Shan, then kind of errored out when you said Shan. My friends always clown me for having a really Chinese accent when I speak Japanese, actually, so it would not have been like, I probably would have sounded like I was saying Shan if I said Sun anyway. They said it really comes out in my like chi sounds, like hachi. Something about my like ch consonant sound is wrong. They're like, that's very Chinese, and I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm saying that's making you say that, but since everybody is saying it, it must be real. Okay, so the app actually usually has steeping instructions, but I'm a high mountain tea fanatic, so I don't need to look them up. But here, this is what it looks like slightly opened up. And then the way, let me compare this actually, we'll unhair tie it. I just want to show you guys. I had Japanese sponge cake. Oh, like the Castella moonlit? Okay, look at this is what it looks like when it's dried. It's balled up because they roll it to create this like ball-like shape. They're big ass leaves. You'll see them open up as this steeps more. And high mountain teas, I think what makes them really fun is that they tend to taste quite different between different steeps because it takes them a while to open up. So just now I did probably, that was what, like maybe 20 seconds? Usually I do a 30-second first steep. I got a little impatient this time. No, I'm gonna find a proper binder clip. I feel like a criminal using the hair tie. I feel really bad. Surely, I'm literally at my desk. Like, there's gotta be... What What is wrong with me that I don't have binder clips in my... Oh! Found it. Oh, these are paper clips. Damn. That'll do. Paper clips will do. I think this is marginally less cursed. Here you go. Okay. But yeah, they basically open up with every steep. And then usually what I'll do for these kinds of high mountain, like the balled up high mountain teas that are, especially when they're on the greener side, I do a longer first steep to give them more time to open up. I actually don't xing cha because I'm a criminal. You're supposed to do like a really quick flash rinse to raise the temperature of all of your tea vessels and like sort of rinse the tea off. But these teas, the high mountain teas especially, are, first of all, they like don't last too many steeps. Second of all, they are usually not very dusty, like they don't require very much cleaning. And then third of all, I am impatient. So my first steep I just let sit for like 30 seconds, and then I do 10 seconds, 10 seconds, 10 seconds, and then I start increasing from there again to like 20, 30, 40. But you can usually get a good 3-ish 10-second steeps out of it also. Cheers. You need to buy magnetized. Oh my God. That's delicious. Hold on, here's the description. What the hell? It's grown haiba 1000바. That's not that high. Why does it taste? What the fuck? I don't usually react like this to tea because I've like had it all, you know? What the fuck was that? It was so like, I don't have the words to describe it. It's really like light and crisp, which sounds extremely generic, which is why I was like, that's not what I'm trying to say. I think it's because I think what makes it taste so interesting is that it's processed in the style of a Taiwanese high mountain oolong, but it's not a Taiwanese high mountain oolong. Like it's not grown in Taiwan. It's at a very different elevation. Actually, if it's on the higher end of that, that's actually a pretty high elevation. 2,500 meters is pretty fucking high. I think my highest elevation tea that I have right now is it 2,000? I think it might be 2,000. Yeah. That was whack. Because I was sipping it, expecting it to taste like every other Taiwanese high mountain that I have. And I have some really fancy ones that I drink almost every day because I'm very spoiled. And it just tasted so different from what I was expecting. Usually, these can sometimes, like, they're green to the point of it being kind of aggressive. And I actually like my teas like that. It makes me kind of... My mom always says my tastes are unpopular. I like them green. And this is green without being... We would say chong in Chinese. Like, it's green without being aggressive. It's a very gentle kind of greenness. On camera, it's showing up kind of as a little more yellow than it actually is, but... I can't believe that was the first 20-second steep. That did not... Okay, I need... That's crazy. I need a moment. Where can I buy more of this? What the fuck? That's the problem with these tea club ones is they often don't have a lot of like inventory. They just like send a little bit and it's like however much they had in stock that they got as a sample from a tea farmer, and then it's like, that's it. That's that little packet was like all I get. You can't always buy more. Let me go on the app 1 second. My tea pal. And it's the... Here, let me just show you guys. Club. Not sponsored, guys. I'm just a big fan of this tea club. It would have been October. Okay. This last one. See, there's steeping instructions here. I'm steeping Gongfu style. Oh, 15 seconds. So I actually was right. It doesn't actually tell you to do the longer, like mega long first steep. Oh, and it's an increasing per infusion. You don't go to flash steeps after that. Interesting. What the hell? I need to be drinking more Yunnan Gaoshang Oolong. That's crazy. This is a late April 2025. Wait, so it's a spring... It's a spring tea I'm drinking almost a year late. Well, I guess it's fine because it's vacuum packed, but still... What the shit? Okay. Anyway, yeah. These teas actually cold brew really beautifully. Yeah. Some people consider it a waste, but I like them. I think they taste really smooth when you cold brew them. Can have tea because of your epilepsy. Oh, that makes sense. I feel like epilepsy is definitely one of those you have to be very careful with it kind of things. Okay, well, thanks for going on that little tea detour with me. I'm genuinely stunned. I'm glad I was saving that. I was right to be saving that. I've had every one of the other teas on here and I did not react like that. It was just this one. I'm such a bitch for high mountain oolongs, like in the Taiwanese style in particular. Shit. Okay. Focus. I don't have time. I don't have time today. Translating Chinese descriptors gives me aneurysms. I know. I relate. I strongly relate. Okay. Let me, because I have a video I'm following, so I want to put the video in like the corner if I can. How do we do this? Let me think about this. So I'll go theater mode, and then we'll bring on a window capture. This one. Oh, that's too big, but that's okay. One second, let me make it smaller. And then should we just throw it in the corner like this? Yeah. I think that's fine. Okay, and then I have an extra source here that I don't need. Okay. Doesn't that look cool? I feel like I saw this and I was like, this is gonna be the first project for sure. How long is too long to keep tea leaves? It depends on the tea, Hyde. So for these, like you can tell from the wrinkles, it was like super vacuum packed. If you have these vacuum packed teas and you notice that they loosened, like there was an air leak, have it immediately. But as long as it is vacuum sealed, you're good. Only some teas come vacuum sealed. Like the high mountain oolongs that are rolled like that are always like hermetically sealed. And then if they are black teas, white teas, pu'er, all of those can be stored loose, usually in like a loose plastic bag type situation. It's like a little bit of exposure to air is good actually, and then it can, if you just keep it in a dry, cool place that's not exposed to direct sunlight, you're chilling. Like the red teas probably should be had within, when I say red tea I mean black tea, but same thing. Should be had within a few years, I would say, like under 5 years ideally. I think they start to lose their flavor after that. They don't age very well. White teas and pu'ers age like amazingly. So those you can just keep around for decades if you want. Okay, never seen this one before. Wait, there's difficulty level? I actually did not notice. Okay, we can suffer. Here, I'll put the desktop audio in so you guys can hear. Is that too loud? Start with the body. 6 paper strips, 1.5 by 20 centimeters. Okay, we're gonna measure. I lost my ruler. I found my ruler. It's my little Sumiko Gurashi ruler. Isn't they cute? I love them. This is my favorite guy. His name is Penguin ? And there's a question mark because he's actually a kappa. Is the actual penguin here? No, the actual penguin is not featured on this bookmark. Ruler. So 1.5 by 20 and then 1.5 by 21. That seems quite exact. Okay, hold on. Is this 20 centimeters long? Oh, yeah, definitely. Okay, let me use a pencil. This is double-sided, right? Yeah, okay. Let me mark it to the 20 centimeter. That's 15. Okay, so the whole thing is actually about 30.5 centimeters long. So I'll just measure. No, I'll measure exact. 30.5. That was 15. 5 more from here. This goes to 20. This goes to 21. So then let me do that one more time to get even reference points. Maybe from this side. 15 and 20, 21. Connect the dots. Like here-ish, looks like. It like actually makes me really nervous that they said 20 to 21. Like that's really specific. But okay. Okay. Is that right? Is that even? That doesn't look even. something like that. And then 1.5. 1.5. Okay, I'll do my best. 1.5, 3, 4.5. Is it 3 strips? Oh, 2 and then 4. So the 1.5. They're all 1.5. Okay. 4.5, 6, 7.5, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 strips. Yeah. And then these need to be connected all the way down. That's a little stressful. I don't know if it's even. Maybe it's better to be left-handed right now. I should have started from the right edge for a better sense of straight lines. Wait. I have a tool specifically for this. Haha! Mini guillotine! Moonlit's like, I just aged myself. Wait, why? I don't know the kappa thing. This is already making you want to do crafts again? Really? I'm happy to be contagious. Okay, let me think about this. So... Oh, other way. Other way. And then we just cut it down to the line here, basically. Where's my last... Okay, make more room. Where's my last mark here? Roughly here? Oh, so dusty. That's how you know I haven't used it in a hot minute. I think that's fine. Roughly. Hell yeah. So much better than using scissors. Thank goodness. Okay, I'm gonna cut for the long 21 centimeter first. And then I'll shorten some of them as needed. Ugh. Sorry, I bumped it with my glasses. Sorry to make you guys jolt like that. Okay, hopefully that was okay. It's, this one is a 21 centimeter. This is also a 21 centimeter. They're not very even in width, but it's okay. 马修课和 What is it? Math? Should I just call you Matthew? Hello, Matthew. I know I feel like the clean cut is very satisfying. I'm very happy. Oh, let me. These are shorter, so let me cut off that end, and then we'll cut the rest of them. That should be good. Mm-hmm. And then one last cut. Oh, this one's hard because I need to line it up more manually. Something like that. Okay, perfect. Or not quite, actually. That was not a great cut, but I did my best. Okay, great. This is only round 1 and 2. Can you believe? Matthew is fine. Got it. And then what? 2 20 centimeter strips. So let me make sure they are separated. We start with the 20 centimeter. What do we do to both ends just now? Are we folding them? Cut both ends. 2 of them. We're cutting 2 of them. Okay. It's an old Toho Vocaloid meme. Oh my god, Moonlit. Now you're making me feel like a fake Vocaloid fan. I don't know why. I don't know anything about Toho, to be fair. Okay, so we'll just cut 2 of them on the ends to make them pointy. I just eyeball it? Okay. If you say so. Like, my hands are shaking. Okay. Doing great, sweetie. Okay, we did it. And then what's next? Place the first strip vertically. Add tape in the middle. Place the second strip horizontally and add tape. So is it like meant to be double-sided tape? Can I use my craft tape thing? The glue tape? In the middle. Should I like roughly measure where that is? Okay. In the middle. And then like that. And then add tape on the sides. Place two 21cm strips vertically as shown. Make sure to leave some space in between the strips. Okay. It looks like they're doing okay, just eyeball. Oh my god. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Surely it's not a big deal. Oh no. Come on. Please. Don't destroy the paper. That's what I get for using Daiso paper. Like this, roughly. Something like that. I'm scared, to be honest. But that's okay. Do it shitty, do it scared. That's our mantra. A very sharp pencil to have a thin line. Oh yeah, the side of the line does matter. That is like precision engineering for sure. Let's just say there's a reason I'm a software engineer, not a mechanical engineer. It is not in my blood. Actually, it is in my blood because my dad is a god-tier mechanical engineer, but I don't enjoy it. Okay, add tape again. Oh, we're weaving. Okay, now you're cooking with gas. Okay, wait, and it's these two, I guess, the two 20cm ones are going in like that. Let me eyeball them first. Okay, cool. Ah, yeah, okay, like this. Is that the right spot? Roughly, yeah. Okay. That looks fine. More or less. Press down. Yeah, it's kind of like weaving, exactly. You've seen this before, Karma. Okay. Oh, and then I think this part was also needed a bit of tape. Okay. And then this one. Hello. My tape dispenser is actually very much not 听话 today. Not listening to me. Hello? Okay. It's okay. At least it's gonna get covered. Right. Does that look balanced? I think so. Right here. I think that looks okay. Ying's got massive hands. Do I? My hands are actually really small. Now you're making me paranoid. I'm gonna remeasure them. 15. 6. This is 21 centimeters. Yeah. Gently press to secure. Oh, I'm missing a piece right here, I think. Come on, buddy. I have to pay a little better than that, please. Thank you. Okay. And then tape it. Obviously your ruler is short. Oh, that's definitely it. Thanks for gaslighting me, I guess. I know, I really like the tape rollers, Doodle. It's one of my favorites for scrapbooking because it means you don't have to use as much tape. I'm adding tape on the ends. Join the ends together as shown. Ooh, cool. Cool. Okay. Was that, which 2 corners was that just now? I guess it doesn't matter. You do it to all the corners, but I'm kind of like, I need to remember which one's the 21 centimeter one. What's the longer looking one? Am I stupid? Okay. I'm just gonna go for it. Hold on, let me let me get this tape roller thing working first. Oh my god, it's like, I think it's because it's too sticky. It's picking up the paper with it. Can you not? Should I use glue? This is not a problem I was anticipating having. Okay, it's only doing that sometimes, so I'm just gonna pray. Pray that it don't do that. And then joined like this, I think. Oh my god, I'm struggling. Like this. That is pretty cool, actually. Okay, we'll just keep doing that. Hello? Wakey, wakey. Not like that. Damn, maybe I should use glue. Hold on. Okay, no, now it's working again. No, it's not. How come the moment I need you to perform, you stop working? Okay. So long strips like this or big cuts like for framing. Yeah, a little error can really matter. Exactly. I think this one is like more forgiving for sure. I did not get the sense that it needed to be very precise. Just based on the way they were like eyeballing all the distances. It does look like a zhongguojie. Yeah, I think it's like a paper craft meant to imitate a zhongguojie. They went all the way around. Let me just, before I do that, make sure. Repeat for all sides. Okay. Oh, and then we do it a second time? Your first piece is complete. Repeat steps to make 2 in total. Oh, and then they make a tassel, right? I don't want to make a tassel, so. Alright. Oops. I glued it to myself. It has stage fright. Origami is lit. Oh, you're responding to what Moonlit was saying. Yeah, I also got very tempted to make origami. I wonder why like 2 of the pieces are longer. Okay. Yeah. And then one last one here. Cool. I guess they're longer so they can go over. I think that makes sense. That's actually already looking pretty good. Let's do it again. One more time. Go back to the beginning. Stop gluing yourself to me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. Once again, get my trash out of the way because it keeps getting stuck to my arm. Okay, how are we doing on time? 1 hour in, we're good. Surely I can at least finish one project. Okay, one more measure. One more measure, yeah. Pencil. Which way did we even cut this? It's so even, I don't remember. Is it like this? Anyway. 0 to 15. 15 to 20. And then 21. Something like here. Oh, sorry, you guys cannot see what I'm doing. Something like that. Roughly. That should be the 20 line and the 21 line. And then I need 1.5 centimeters for each, right? So 1.5, 3, 3.5. Wait, am I stupid? 4.5. I was like, that didn't feel right. Okay, 6, 7.5, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. And then I'll do the same over here. Actually, I should do it like over here so I can reach it to connect them. Oh, I won't need to because I'm using the guillotine thing. Okay, I think we're good then. Hello, Mr. Chan. Welcome. Shit, I know, right? It already looks really cool. I'm excited for how this one's gonna turn out. Okay, so I think last time I just cut it kind of down the longer. Wait, let me make sure I don't fuck this up. Oh, I almost fucked it up. I almost fucked that up. It's good to not trust yourself. Hold on. I'm gonna do it from here. Because I don't need all of that, right? Yeah. Let's just cut this corner off first. This whole edge. We'll just take the whole thing. Might as well. Okay. And then 1.5 centimeters at a time. This side, this side, this side. Measure thrice, cut once. Well said. Spoken like a seamstress. Okay, I think that's fine. I think that's fine. Yeah. That's a 21 centimeter. That's another 21 centimeter. And then we're gonna go for the shorter ones. Centimeter, put on this side. Centimeter. Oh, that was maybe a little too wide. I think. Is it possible to trim this kind of excess? Is it foolish of me to try to trim this kind of excess? Actually, it was fine. Look how thin that came out. That was pretty crazy. Got that saying from woodworking. Really? All the cosplayers I know say it a lot. So I thought it was like a sewing thing. Actually, now that you mention it, I do think it, because I did take woodworking class. Now that you say it, I do recall that being a woodworking thing also. Okay, let me double check. 1.5 centimeters. Oh, there's literally a ruler here, my dumb. Centimeter and a half. Okay, so something like that. It's a little slanted, so I must have been cutting something slanted in the process, but that's not surprising. Okay. Cool. We got our... Huh? Wait. I have an extra. Typical. Okay, I have my 221 centimeter longs. I actually don't think I need to erase those. I remember the ends got covered because they got like looped together. Okay, and then what was I? 20 cm strips get snipped at the edges, right? so those are these two. Just grab two of these and snip them. Snip them. Oh my god, it's literally so imprecise. Like, this is not cut clean at all. Whatever. Okay. I folded them a little to get the center marking. First vertical, tape in the middle, and the second over it. Right. Aggie. Hello? Okay, good enough. Down. First one. And then next was over. Okay, yeah, these two. These are the long ones, I remember. So they have to go on like on top over here, and then we weave the shorter ones in between. Okay, let me also check the centers. Okay, cool. I want to put it on here directly, actually. Oh god. You hear that rip? Yeah? Roughly? Something like that, I think. Not a very exact science. That's okay. Let me fuss around with this again. Okay, perfect. God damn it. It always is fine on my test paper and then doesn't work when I actually try to use it. Did not expect that to happen. Something like that, I think, roughly. Okay, and then the other two strips. These two are the shorter ones, yes. And they go like this. Applicable in surgery. Oh yeah, I feel like every time you go in for like surgical related things, they're always like triple checking who you are and what you're in there for surgery for, because there were too many incidents where they got the wrong guy or the wrong limb or whatever. Right? Every time. And then same thing over here. Ah, please. I think that looks okay. Maybe a little more. Aha! Committing. Scary too, I know. Yeah, it makes me think about all the incidents that must have happened to make that like an important process step. Like there's a story there, you know what I mean? Something happened. It's okay. Mistakes are how we improve as a human species. Like what was that thing that like subway drivers do? Where they have to like point and call, because there's like a zebra stripe thing for marking the position that they're supposed to like stop the car. Oh, this tape is kind of misplaced. Oopsies, that's okay. It's okay to be a little ugly. That's what gives you personality. That's how that works. Trust. My tech for my blood draw was like, "You believe so?" And I responded with that when she asked me to confirm that the details on the vial matched mine. Oh, did you say "I believe so"? And then she said, "You believe so." It's okay. Sometimes sometimes your identity is a little bit, you know, an open question. I think that's okay. Oops, force of habit. Yeah, exactly. I don't know. My favorite blood donation story was the first time I ever did it as an adult. I kept getting turned down when I was younger because my iron levels were really low. I think it got better as I got older. And there was a... Sorry, this is bothering me. Like, this looks like it's way too long. Should I trim it down? Whatever. The nurse always comments when I donate blood. They always comment about how I have a really good vein. Here, I'll show you guys. I have a really good vein. You see that? Super visible. So every time I'm donating blood, they look at it and they're like, oh yeah, like, we got a good one. You know, I always get comments about it. They're like, oh, we're not going to have to like stab around looking for a vein on this one. Like it's just right there. And then that's like the first comment I always get is they see my vein and they're like, oh, you got a good one. I'm like, thanks. And then the next comment I always get is like the needle. And then there's like, I can see that from here. Yeah, exactly. The next comment I always get, well, actually, technically before I get that far, they have to do the like the like pinprick fingertip one just to test your like your blood type and your iron levels and like make sure you're good to go. I think, do they check for blood oxygen? There's like something. There's a few things they check for. And so when I get the pinprick, technically that's the first comment because they always go like eyebrows shoot up and then they're like, wow, your iron levels are like almost too low. And then I'm always like, almost meaning I can donate though. They're like, that is correct. They're like, you're just above the bottom threshold. And I'm like, thanks. And then the second comment I get is, wow, that's a good vein. And then the third comment I get is the needle gets inserted. The needle goes in and then their eyebrows go up again and they're like, we got a bleeder. I guess the force with which my blood fills up the blood bag is like very fast. So they're always like, whoa. It's like really funny. The first time I ever donated blood as an adult, that was where they were like, oh, we got a bleeder. And then my nurse looked over to the station next to ours and he was like, you want to race? I like think about that specific moment a lot. I thought it was so funny. Fucking race. It was at work, so it would have been, I was like racing a coworker to fill a blood bag. I just thought it was really funny. It was good. It was very fun. I actually lost the race, not because I bled too slow, but because we hadn't defined the parameters of the race. And the part where I was faster was I filled the blood bag really fast. And the part where I was slower was that I wouldn't stop bleeding. Like the bag was filled and then they like removed the second bag and they like hold the arm in the air with the cotton ball and the elastic, right? And they like hold this until it stops bleeding. And then the nurse kept coming back to check on me because I wasn't stopping. Like the cotton ball was just like soaked in fucking blood. And he just kept picking it off my arm and going like, ugh, like putting it back on. So I still lost it. I'm so enthusiastic. I bleed so enthusiastically. Okay, they're making a tassel. Should I make a tassel? I guess I might as well. It seems fun. It could be fun. This looks like the kind of thing I used to do in school. I don't think I own a real tassel, so I might as well make a paper one. Okay. What was it? 6 by 15? Okay. 6 by 15. I feel like I used to stim in class by doing stuff like this. I'd have like a little, usually my piece of paper was like about yay big. And then I always kept like a small pair of scissors in my pencil case. And then I would just cut like as thin as I could across all the way. And then sometimes if I felt really crazy, I would go like after all of the thin cuts were in, I would turn it vertically and then try to cut as like teeny tiny little squares as much as I could. But I usually did that if I had already made like from another piece of scrap paper like a tiny little box, and then I would try to cut the little squares into the little box. This was the story that I told when I was getting diagnosed for ADHD, and the doctor was like, what are some behaviors from your childhood that now reflecting on it you feel like are like you realize are potentially symptoms of your ADHD that like made you suspect it. And I told this story, and they all like, you know, they're like supposed to kind of maintain their facial expressions to not give anything away. They all looked at me like while I was describing this, like cutting little squares into boxes. They were always like, okay. And nobody thought you had ADHD. Like, that was the kind of expression I was getting. It's like, why did you wait until now? I don't know. I just thought I was really into like paper. I don't know. I don't know anything. Goofy in retrospect. Do you think tacky glue would be easier for this craft, or is tape better? I think the problem with tacky glue might be that it's too wet. I don't know. Maybe glue would be better, actually. I don't know. I guess it depends on how well it holds up, right? Like, let me do another 6 cm measurement here. 6 by 15, right? I'm not crazy? Yeah, 6 by 15. 6 by 15. Do. Something like that. Okay. And then where does the 15 end? Somewhere over here. Oh, that actually doesn't matter. I'll just make a thicker tassel, right? Okay. 6 by 15, and we're all crazy. I'm not crazy. You're crazy. We're all crazy here. What a story to come into chat. I recently found out, last SoccerCon, I found out that you can donate blood at SoccerCon. And I was like, this changes everything. We went to donate blood in cosplay. It was so fun. It was so fun. Genuinely, like, so much fun. But the thing about cosplaying, right, is that you're always like really, really, really dehydrated and exhausted, and you haven't slept enough, and you probably haven't been eating properly. So I don't know if it's necessarily a good idea to donate when you're in cosplay, but I just thought it was fun. Like, sometimes you just gotta do irresponsible things for shits and gigs. Like, I think it's good to live life that way. Yeah, I'll put the tape on after. We can cut first. I'm really bad at this. I ain't done it since childhood. Oh, this is satisfying. This is bringing back memories. How thin are we going? Here, let me point the mic at my cutting so you guys can get some like ASMR out of this. Once again, bring the mic over. Okay. You guys ready? Guys, I should have labeled this an ASMR stream. Am I going too thin? Go a little wider. I feel like when it's too thin, it starts curling. Do you see that? It's curling. Maybe less curling. A little bit wider. Ying practiced years for this craft. But I haven't done it since elementary school. There's a very loud car outside. Can you hear it? I don't have music on right now, so I think probably everything's really audible. Wait, I have a question for people who like this kind of like whispery ASMR. You know how sometimes when someone's like kind of dehydrated, their mouth makes more like clicky noises? Like, there's like more mouth noises. Do you guys like or dislike the mouth noises? Because of my audio engineer background, really fucking hate it when people's mouth makes like, when they make clicky noises. Because I just think it's like, fuck, that's another thing I have to filter out. Like, now there's extra cleanup work I have to do, and that's fucking annoying. Can you just drink some fucking water, bitch? Like, I get really mad about it. Liu Su vibe? I don't know what Liu Su means, Hatamisu. I'm not Chinese enough. Car ASMR doodle. This is Zen, guys. I should do this more often, except for the fact that it probably wastes a lot of paper. But when I was in elementary school doing this, it was only ever scrap paper that I was doing this with. So surely... Like, who needs adult coloring books when you can just do this for hours and hours and hours, you know what I mean? Why stop doing your childhood stims? I don't know. Why did I ever stop? I feel that. I need them. I'm like thinking, what other childhood stims do I have? I used to draw on my hands a lot. I would use a ballpoint pen specifically because I like the feeling of it, and ballpoint, the ink holds on your skin better. But my hands would end up really gross looking. And then I was always kind of doing it under the desk, and so my teachers used to think that I was reading under the desk, and I like got in trouble for it. And I used to just let them think that because I thought it was like less weird to be reading under the desk than drawing on my hands, which I in retrospect was correct about. And then one time my teacher was like, can you stop reading under the desk? Like, that's really disrespectful. And that's when I realized, like, oh, actually I should tell them what I'm actually doing. And so when she was like, I feel disrespected, I just kind of silently held up my hands, and it was like covered, like my knuckles, the back of all of my hand was just like, it would like look like a henna tattoo, you know? And then my teacher was like, and to this day, I wonder maybe now we're just more informed about it. Like, do you think a teacher seeing that now would be more likely to talk to my parents and be like, you should get your child diagnosed? But also, honestly, in retrospect, I'm kind of happy I didn't get diagnosed as a small child, because I think I really like not being medicated. And I feel like when you're a child, you don't get a say as much. So... You also drew on your hands. Yeah, I think I hear it's a really common stim. I didn't really know. Many thin strips. And then... yarn. What is this? Tape to both ends. Place yarn over. Oh, for the doingly, I can use the paracord to like dangle it, right? Begin roll. Where is this going? Once you're close to finishing, tape. Oh, and then does that wrap around? Okay. Sure. Where's the fucking up there? How long does that look? Like this long? Something like that. Cut it a little longer. It's easier to shorten. You just roll the whole thing around. Okay, I mean, that makes sense. Oh, and then the gold as a decorator, right? On the edge. That all makes sense. Okay. I'm gonna use one of these discarded pieces. It probably doesn't need that much, right? I'll just cut it off at some point. Oh god, come on, please. Please. Please, buddy. Thank you. I'm just gonna fucking cover it in sticky. Okay, surely that's fine. Surely that will work. This seems kind of hard, actually, guys. How do you make sure it doesn't, like, spin out into a weird, ugly spiral? You just have to do it very carefully. I'm just gonna stop there. I feel like that's enough, you know? Like, I don't need any more than that. Okay, and then put the stickies. Stickies, please. Currently doing Lantern Run and once again being reminded that Chi-Chi has to constantly fend off rigor mortis. I know, right? Zombie life is hard. Famous last words. Surely this will work. That's maybe one of the most, like, the phrases I say the most in my life is surely. I feel like you guys have heard me say that a lot too. Okay, I'm gonna do the same thing here. Stickies. 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 Did Hyde redeem something? A stretch redeem? That's actually a good idea. I need to go piss, girl. Okay, one second. Put some stickies at the center. And then some stickies at the end. Stickies at the end, please. Ah! Please. No. No. How could this happen to me? Nice. That's fucking good enough. I don't give a shit. Okay, we're gonna do this and then we're gonna take a stretch break. Surely. I feel like maybe I should have used more sticky, like through the whole thing, because it would be easier to make a tighter roll. I think I'm right. I think I'm 100% correct. Uh-oh. Except for that particular consideration. Except for that particular detail, I think I'm 100% correct. Okay. Okay. Tassel-rific. I just saw the thumbnail YouTube side. Yeah, Twitch, you guys are missing out on my really dumbass YouTube thumbnails. I guess I didn't say this at the beginning of stream, but I usually stream one day on the weekdays, right? I did not this week because I've just been really... did you guys see my Lulu Freerun opening upload? I like went so hard on that project that I actually went a little insane. And not just that, I think the problem wasn't that it was just Lulu, it was because I'm also working on Story of Us. So I had to force myself this week to take a break. After I uploaded Lulu, I was like, okay, now I'm on forced break for like a good 2 to 3 days because I just like, my body was falling apart. It was getting real bad. Look at this little tassel. She's cute. I like her. Wow. Okay. And then gold to wrap around it, right? But first, a pee break. The horse on beach thumbnail was really jarring. Listen, it's Year of the Horse. Am I wrong? It's a perfectly valid thumbnail for the occasion. I never watched Freerun. That was a good. Oh my god, Moonlit. Is it good? Is Freerun good? How do I put it? I think it is maybe very mildly overhyped in the sense that, like, I don't know that it necessarily deserves the #1 anime of all time position, right? Like, it's certainly a very enjoyable anime and it's certainly up there, But the fact that like so many people have rated it so high that it's like #1 anime on my anime list, like sort of permanently. And then the only thing that beat season 1's position in the first place was season 2. I feel like that's maybe a little overhyped, but it is certainly an incredibly good anime that is incredibly worth the watch. I don't think it's for everyone, but I think a lot of people find it a very resonant anime because it tackles a lot of themes that I think are like sort of universally human. But I think for people who watch anime exclusively for like certain things, right? Like some people are really into specifically action or like specifically, I don't know, coming of age stories, right? Like these are all, if you're looking for a specific thing, maybe Frieren isn't that specific thing. If you want something fast paced, Frieren is certainly not that. But I think a lot of us really enjoy the pacing, actually. Yeah. Okay, let me take that pee break. Thank you, Hyde, for the stretch. Oh, and Shin for the hydrate, actually. Cheers. I love it so far. I know, right? I feel like it really hits, especially for older anime audiences. I think it really hits different when you're like starting to get a little older versus like if you're still an adolescent or like in your early 20s. Okay, give me 1 minute. I will be right back. Nice change of pace compared to shonen that usually get super popular. Yeah, isn't Frieren technically a shonen too? Or did I misremember that? I like vaguely remember that it was published in a shonen magazine. Okay, Twitch side is getting a minute of a commercial. I'm back. Okay. You hate keyboards on mobile. Oh, because you wanted to add it to your list of anime to watch and you typed Lust instead? Moonlit is doing their best. Alright, where does the gold go after this? You add tape around the edge and then put the gold on, right? Is that what's happening? Character-centric piece. Yeah. I agree. Your dazzle is complete. Okay, let's see if I can get that effect. What is this thing you're doing? I'm working on, here, can you guess? If I put these on screen, can you guess what we're working on, Zil? Also, welcome. Good to have you. I try so hard and every day I get accosted. I relate, Moonlit. I relate. I strongly relate. I think especially for me because I recently went through the like Android to iPhone switch and the keyboards do behave quite different. As a former Android typer who has to deal with iPhone now, I'm always like getting fucking got. How big of a strip was that? I feel like it looked like a piece of tape almost. Like we're just gonna go really small. Like here, I'll do this. Oh, I'm struggling. I have no clue. Will I be judged? No! We're a judgment-free zone unless you say something like bigoted. Maybe like that? Is that too long? I don't know. I think that's okay. Is this working? Is it getting sticky? Oh, it is. It was just kind of secret about it. Okay. I like couldn't see that the sticky was going on because the paper itself is so shiny that I like can't tell if the adhesive is going on top of it. Okay. And then you just kind of go around like this. So it's not gonna work? It's not work? I think that works. Cool. That does look pretty fire, actually. What's next? Okay, first piece. Second piece. Turn it over. Oh! Okay, okay. Okay, so tape on these four corners and then these four corners. Okay, I kind of want to, I'm thinking about using tacky glue. Because these are like raised edges, I like don't trust my tape like that. Where's my glue? Here it is. Here's my tacky glue. I'll just put a little dot on these four corners. Hello? Are you stuck? No, she's clogged. Come back to me. Okay. These four, and then these four. And then how do they connect? Place them on top of each other. Oh! That's so cool! Oh, I'm excited. I'm really excited. Okay. Okay, okay. And then, was this the last one? I think so. Okay. And then what was it? Place them on top of each other. Like this. And then do you just connect them the way it seems obvious, actually? And for every corner. Yeah, okay. All right. Deal. So let me do the exposed ones first. Oh, maybe tape would have been better, actually. I don't know if the glue will set with quite enough tackiness. Actually, it's going okay. It's going okay. It is going okay. Okay, we got these four. And then let's do these four, the ones that require a little bit of tucking. This is not an exact science by any means. I feel like this wasn't that difficult though. Like they said difficulty level like 3.5 out of 4 or something like that. It's actually a strange difficulty system now that I'm thinking about it. It's like just complex enough to be fun, but just simple enough to be extremely doable. And then I have a little bit of a glue ooze situation over there, but that's okay. Okay, and then one more here. Weave it in. And... hello? Okay. Yeah? Wow, that's kind of nuts. Wow. Yeah, it's not my cleanest work for sure, but it looks cool. Okay. I And then where does the tassel go? No, make 100 in time for lunch. Moonlit, I know, right? It's so... The simplicity of it, I think, is what makes it especially cool. Thai iced tea and biscuits, hello! Yay, indeed! Wow, it's like hollow, too. It's like a hamburger. A yarn folded in half. Oh, for a doingoli? Oh, and then you kind of shove it in there. Okay. I'll just separate one of these. This one. For something to dangle it off. That's fair. That makes sense. This ball of paracord that I have. Where the hell is the end that I cut off earlier? Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay, so it's totally up to you how long of a doingle you want, I guess. We can go like this long. And then just glue it in, I guess. I don't know if the tacky glue is going to be quite enough to make that work, to be honest. I'm going to add, like, normal tape. I think I have to. Oh, but with the glue on top of it already, that might be kind of a problem. It's okay. I think it's better than not having it. And then maybe a little extra glue, and I'll like binder clip it together or paper clip it together so it has a higher chance of staying stuck. Where's my paper clips? Hold it with hopes and dreams. Hopes and dream catchers. It does kind of look like a dream catcher, doesn't it? Something like that to hold it in place while it dries. Yeah! Hell yeah, in fact. Goes where? Attach them as shown. Oh, I guess the bottom I should have also. Oh, I see. That may be too late here. No, it's not. Tacky glue isn't quite set yet. Actually, no, it was kind of set. It was kind of set. That was cope with me. It was pretty set. It was pretty set. I feel like I should be using masking tape, not like scotch. But whatever. Who cares? There's a cat hair on it. I'll snip off the excess tape later. And then just stick it on. Just stick it on like that. Right? Shirley. Shirley! Why are you jammed? Ah! Okay, I got it. I got it. And then another paper clip to hold it in place on both sides. Just because I don't got good double-sided tape. So this is what I gotta do with a coat. No! Yes. 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 Yes! Yes! Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. That's beautiful! Let's fucking go! Cat hair is not an adhesive. Yeah. Wait, you haven't seen a paperclip in years? Wait, what? pull the paper clip like they're normal nowadays. I guess that's fair that they're not very normal. I like paper clips, so I always have them. I find that they're really useful for stuff like this. So they're always at my desk. I have binder clips and paper clips like everywhere. Fantastic work. Thank you, David. Thank you. This was so fun, guys. I'm really happy with it. There's like some lifting edges here and stuff. I'll probably just glue that back down later. I'll let whatever is present set first, and then I'll do touch-ups. But damn, that was not as hard as I was afraid of. Okay, let me drop this video, so if you guys want to make it also, you literally just need red construction paper and like some string. Here's the video link. Why are the Cali snowflakes red? Well, son, have you ever heard of an ethnoburb? California's got a lot of ethnoburbs. It was not as hard as it looks, right? This is actually super doable. All right, I'm a fan. Thank you, YouTube channel Little Genius Workshop. Cool, that was fun. Thanks for joining me. Do you guys want to try a knot next, or should we try to recycle my red envelopes? Wait, it's actually so pretty. I'm a fan. That's so nice. What the heck? What the heck? Tiny tassel and all. I kind of wish I made the tassel longer. It looks really small. It's like too long and too small. I'm gonna hang it off a leaf here. Ta-da! I know the dinky little tassel. It was cute. It was cute. That was fun. I might make a few more off stream. That was actually very, very, very enjoyable. Okay, let me clean this up a little bit. Tassel doing her best. She really is doing her best. Okay. Let me have you guys vote. I have about 45 minutes left. I think I might have enough time to do some simple cords and knots. Or actually, I think the red envelope one was pretty short also. Maybe we don't need a vote. Maybe I can just, hold on. Let's watch the video first, okay? Hongbao lanterns, here we go. This one, oh, that's opening in the wrong browser. Please stop. Please stop. Okay, here's the next one. I'll make the video a little bigger so we can watch it first. Oh yeah. Boom. Boom. Steep tea while we're watching this. How many did they have just now? 4 unit? 4? Was it just 4? Yeah, it's just 4 envelopes. I have 4. Fold them in half. Fold the corners in. Do you want to use the whole envelope, or do you have to like strip them? Diamond square 1. Oh. How do you know if the angles are right? You just eyeball it? That just works? Is that a stapler? To buy double-sided tape, guys. Oh shit. I'm kind of mind blown right now. They really just stapled that shit together. Oh, this tea is so good. I actually... That's insane. Every time I take a sip, I'm like, what is happening? Oh, it's so good. I need to buy more of this tea. That's crazy. Oh. That's it? That's the whole thing? Seriously? And then just red construction paper for what? Where does it go? Oh, they're making another tassel. They're making another tassel, guys. Okay, good. Thank God I have that paper. Can you guys not fast forward through the most boring part of this video? Please. Okay. Using double-sided tape also. And a thing of yarn. It's exactly the same as the other video. Exactly the same as the other video. They're like threading it. Oh! Oh, that would be a much more secure way than just taping it, huh? Okay, that makes sense. A little gold tape trim, yeah. I mean, the other one did have, it had like a gold paper trim, or gold foil trim. I don't know if it was tape necessarily, but yeah. And then, are they hanging it upside down so the fool is upside down? That's cool. I think it is. Yeah, the tassel's at the top of the... Look, it's me! Should I make you guys watch it? This stream might get muted. Okay. Cool. Okay. That seems like we might even be able to just do that. Like, I might not even need to watch that again. Let's do it. Let's fucking do it. It's Ying. Ying's on YouTube. Isn't that crazy? Okay, let's try it. Let's try it. So my thing is these envelopes are really like stiff. Like, can you see how firm they are? I don't think it's a good idea to just... Damn, why did I have to get such high quality envelopes? And they're all bunnies. Hopefully it will not be noticeable that they're rabbits. Hopefully it's not a big deal. If I were to like rip these off, do you think they just come? They do. I just feel like it would be too thick if I used all of the layers. Because it's just such a firm paper. This seems doable. This seems doable. Copyright strike by Ying. Bye, Karma. Have a good one. Thanks for hanging out. Okay. Right? Do I need to do that? Maybe I don't need to. Okay, anyways, doesn't matter. I've already done it, so. I've already committed. Does it make you guys feel weird to watch me use scissors with my left hand? Like, is that an odd sensation? Because I get a really weird feeling when I watch people use knives with their right hand. I get really like, that's not right. That's really incorrect. That seems dangerous. Like, maybe we shouldn't do that. Okay, and then they were just folding this shit in half and then going at it, huh? Let me just see. Let me just see if that feels firm enough. Folded it in half and then like this. Oh, do you think it went to like a midpoint? Like if I were to and then go for like the center line? They were folding to the center line probably, I'm guessing. Oh. I think this corner actually needs to go all the way. Oh, this is actually harder than I expected. Okay. Okay. Something like this. Okay, yeah, I do think this envelope, I do need to cut the other layer off because it's like... It is not having it with the folding. It's too thick. Okay. Kind of used to streams being mirrored anyway. Oh, that's true, huh? Because everyone mirrors now. That's a really good point. Yeah, especially if you're streaming off your phone, a lot of the streaming software mirrors it. the shinies are coming off. Okay. Oh my god, this is actually harder than I expected. Like literally in this case, because the paper is harder than I expected. Okay, and then this is where they were like stapling them, right? I don't know, does that look like it'll look good? I feel like it's still really obviously a rabbit. Like, maybe if you're just like squinting from a distance, you're like not really paying attention, I think I can get away with it. But it's like, that literally says tool right there. Like, that is rabbit. A rabbit can be a horse if it wants. You know what? Yeah, Doodle. I started watching Cloudward Ho recently, the D20 campaign. And wasn't that like an entire plot point kind of? That a rat can be a raptor if it wants to. But maybe it's also fine to stay a rat. Sometimes rats can do things that raptors can't. Trust the process. Yeah, all right, I'll trust the process. What I should have done is checked to see that these all said different things. Like this is 大吉大利. This one is 吉祥如意. This one is, what is this? 恭喜发财, right? This one, the like 兔年大吉, I probably could have just not used the 兔年 one. Like these say 福 on them. So I could have used like these two 福 ones and then like a 吉祥 and a 发财, right? And then it would have been fine. But no, I just had to start with the fucking 兔年 because I'm stupid. Well, we'll take the two fools, I guess, and those will be the front. And then I've already started opening this, so then these two are now spared. These can be saved for our next rabbit project or something. All right. Do I have time for this? I do. Certainly. This is not a difficult one. I don't know what I'm thinking. My brain was like, yeah, I almost was just now was like, yeah, can you guys like help me start on the tassel? Like, my brain is convinced you guys are actually here with me. I was dead. I was about to ask you guys for help. I think that's a good thing. I think that's a really good sign. I think that's wholesome, actually. About to pass you guys the construction paper. Damn. Okay. You got it, boss, right away. Thanks, Doodle. I knew I could count on you. Sending the tassels in the mail. Thanks, guys. Yeah, that'll save me a lot of time. Because I only have 30 minutes, so surely it's better to just wait a month for the tassels to come in the mail. So goofy, dude. Whatever. That's cute. I think it's cute. Alright. Pachow! And then I'll just fold it like that, right? Fold in half. And then I'll draw like a midpoint line of some sort, I guess. Right down the center. I don't even need to draw it. The slight fold kind of does it pretty well, actually. And it's not that visible. Okay, worth it. And then... I still can't believe that OP just eyeballed it like that. Like, that's not easy. It's not easy. It's really not easy. Well, it is getting easier with every fold. That was easier than the last few, for sure. Are those feet? Oh, they're rabbit feet. I was like, those look like human feet. Okay, cool. Those also look like human feet, guys. This is getting a little freaky. I don't like that. That's time to jump in a stream. Hey, chat, here's your seat. Get to work. Yeah. Welcome elsewhere. Oh, you came just in time. Grab a pair of scissors and get cutting. Okay. Please, will you fold Right where I want you to. Something like that. I think we'll be fine. That's great, actually. You're doing great, sweetie. Okay. I might have folded over the center line a bit. That's okay. Happy accidents. Things that are a little ugly, give them personality. Isn't that what we said at the very beginning of this stream? Beautiful. Beautiful. She's beautiful. Well, you're hiding the feet if that makes it any better. You're right. We're folding the feet in. You're so right, Aurelie. Great point. Okay. That's our second one. And then we have our tofu. Was this 2 Chinese New Years ago? How long has it been? Damn. I don't even... Whatever. Okay. No feet New Year. No. No feet allowed. Making decorations with red envelopes. Oh, wait, what did you see, Star Candy? I'm curious, like, what other options there are. Because I feel like there's, like, I really want to be able to use old, unused red envelopes because they're always, like, fucking outdated. Like, these bunnies aren't going to be useful for another whole zodiac cycle. I distinctly remember Rabbit being the last Chinese New Year calligraphy piece I did, and I skipped the last year. Yeah, I kind of skipped last year, too. Okay, so I guess... Well, yeah, are we in snake year right now? 3 years? Shit, 3 years ago? Oh, fuck. I think you're right. I think you're right. I think this was maybe 3 years ago. Damn. You know, sometimes that is just how it be. Okay. Doing great, sweetie. Doing great. You're doing great. Rabbit was 2023. Fuck. Damn. I don't like that. Okay. Sure. 3 whole years ago. Smart way to reuse leftover supplies. Exactly. That's why when I was like looking up, I wasn't even thinking like use old red envelopes. I was just looking up Chinese New Year decorations, like DIY ideas. And then there were a whole bunch of like ideas that like a bunch of videos of people using old red envelopes. And I was like, that actually makes so much sense. Like I never even, people are so smart sometimes. Turns out when you let humans use their brains, they come up with some pretty crazy shit. Pretty ingenious stuff. And that's why we should never use AI. Oh my god, I had a video idea recently and then I was like, is it too mean? And then I was like, no, it is always okay to be mean to AI users. You know what I mean? But I recently released that cover, right? I think it's been 2 days, 3 days. That English free written opening cover, Lulu. And things like, I always really enjoy, like, one of the reasons I want to get my English cover out as soon as possible is so I can go watch all of the ones that have been recommended to me on my algorithm, because I really like seeing what other people do for their translations. I think it's really fun to like see the different approaches we took. But I'm not allowed to look at everyone else's English translations until I finish mine, just in case I like accidentally plagiarize something, you know, like I don't want to be influenced. I don't want to accidentally steal their work. So I'm not allowed to watch them. It's my personal rule until I'm done with mine. And this time I like really excitedly like finished mine, put my Lulu cover out, and then I went to look at all those recommendations that I got for other Lulu English covers. And they were like all AI. Like not only the translation, but like the instrumental and the vocals. Like it was, the whole thing was just AI generated. And I was like, I was so excited to watch these videos, and you're telling me they were all AI? Oh, I felt so cheated. So mad. And I got really excited. I found one that I thought was real because it was like violin in English cover, and I was hyped because I was like, oh, that's a real violin. And then I realized, I don't know, they didn't say if the lyrics were AI generated or not. They sounded like it, I'll be honest. But the violin was real. It was a real violinist. And then they had used AI vocals. And I was like, why are you a whole ass, like, actual musician? Like, you play violin. Why are you a whole ass violinist using fucking AI vocals. Like, you know what that tells me? To me, that's very much telling on yourself, because to me that means you don't have friends. Right? Like, you didn't have a single friend you could ask to sing on your violin cover if you wanted vocals. Go ahead, tell on yourselves. Shit. That you guys have no lives, no social lives, no friends, no creativity. Like, okay. I was just like, what the fuck, bro? Like, are you not a musician? Like, this sucks. I was so mad. So, I actually still, and please correct me if I'm wrong, but I went searching after that. Like, I bookmarked all these old videos I was recommended, and I was like, okay, I will watch these after I release mine. And then I went to watch them, and they were all AI. So I went searching. I was like, okay, maybe the algorithm is just like really ass at recommending me actual real human being covers. So I went searching, and I couldn't, well, YouTube search is also kind of fucked, but I couldn't find a single real human being English cover anywhere. I just couldn't. And then I was like, maybe I'm just too fast. We did go pretty hard. Like, maybe I'm just the first one out. It's possible. I'm not usually the first one out. I'm not used to that feeling. So I was like, I think that's the only remaining explanation. If they do have creative friends, that's even worse. So true. So true. Like, either you have no friends or you're a terrible person, or maybe both. Going crazy. I'm going crazy out here. There have been so many AI covers. There was an Inertia cover. I was actually, what was it? Oh no, it was a Raise Up Your Bat cover that I was really excited by, the Deltarune song. I was like, wow, this is like really fucking good. This was like way before I learned how to clock on to AI music. I like listened to it and I was like, this is really fire. And then what made me suspicious, even though I was really bad at clocking AI music at the time, I was like, this is so good. Like, I can't believe I've never heard of this cover artist before. I'm gonna go look at their channel. And that's when I was like, wait, something's wrong. Because I went to their channel and it was all like, all over the map, you know? Like, there was no consistency in their fandoms, which is fine. Like, I'm kind of like that too. I'm pretty all over the place. That's why the algorithm hates me. So I was like, oh, okay. Like, maybe they're just wacky, you know? Like, they just have a lot of different interests. That's great. And then I looked at the upload times and I was like, hold on. You're telling me they're putting out full on, like, fully produced covers of, like, pretty complex production style every 4 days? I don't think so. And then I went back to the video description and I went in their credits and I was like looking for, you know, because like when it's that big of a project, usually there's a lot of people who work on it. And when you look in their credits, there's just, there's no credits. And I was like, Or in the pattern that I started to recognize is like when it's an AI cover artist, a lot of the times they will credit themselves, right? They'll be like, I made this. And then they're the only credit. And I'm like, no way. I mean, it exists. Like, these people do exist. These freaks of nature do exist where they like are able to do it all themselves. And I'll give them the benefit of that doubt. I'll be like, all right, let's say you produced, sang, mixed, like you did all of this yourself. If you're the only person credited in the description. Let me see your release cadence. Because even these freaks of nature, like, it takes them time. Like, yeah, you're the avatar master of all elements. You can do it all yourself, but that means you're slower than everyone else also. Nope. Like, they're going hella fast, you know? I was like, all right, something's wrong. But the AI ones are starting to credit the actual AI. Like, you're starting to see like Suno credited a lot in descriptions actually. So I'm starting to think like, I don't know. I don't know how to feel about that. Like, maybe it's that AI, like, people are not hiding it anymore. Maybe that's a bad sign, right? That it's more socially acceptable to be using AI. I don't know. Maybe that's bad. Okay. Do you guys think, as a design decision, let me hear your opinion, should I do it like this where all the rabbits are on the bottom, or should I try to sort of like tessellate it so that it's like this, like the rabbits kind of alternate? What do you guys think? Alternate or together? I think both look pretty good. I'm kind of like, is it bad for the rabbit to be upside down? I don't think so. Using properly licensed sample libraries. Exactly. There's literally so many sample libraries out there. There's so many free samples out in the world. There's so many free samples out in the world. The music community is extremely, extremely giving. I like both too. I agree, Unique Harmony. I think together is cute. Together, all on the bottom seems better. Alternate is cool. Writing is upside down. Oh, but the writing is supposed to be upside down. The fool is supposed to be upside down. That's on purpose. That's the Chinese thing. Okay, but you guys think it looks better together? Okay, I buy that. That makes sense. Wait, okay, hold on. There is a problem with all of them being together, which is that because I want the fool specifically to be upside down, that all of the rabbits will be upside down instead of only some of them. Is that gonna be bad? They'll all look like this. Actually, I think considering that, maybe it's better to do this so that some of the rabbits are right side up, but the fool can all be upside down. Fairy Slash likes alternating more. Okay. Oh, wow. Hello. Welcome. Want to learn how to become a one-man band. There's so many one-man bands out there, Doodle. Like, there's actually a lot. There's a lot. These people are crazy. It's fine. Gravity is an illusion. Flying rabbits exist. Yeah, okay. I guess we'll do alternating then. Okay. Cool. Sounds good. Thanks for talking that out with me, guys. That makes a lot of sense. Once we spoke it out, I was like, yeah, okay. All right, stapler time. I'm so concerned that it won't line up cleanly. Okay, I can do this. I can do this. Okay, double check the alignment before I staple. Think that's clean. And then right along the edge, I guess. Should I do multiple staples? I don't know. I think one might be enough. I worry that two is, well, I feel like this edge is kind of sad. Oh, but once it goes together, it won't be an issue. Well, I'll do two. I'm scared. I am full of anxiety. Okay, one. And then a second. Two. And then we'll add a second staple, like right here. Yeah. Yeah, that feels more stable. Am I doing that right? Oh, it's the other way. This way. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Does anyone else have like a really irrational fear of stapling their hand accidentally? Is that just me or? Oh my god, guys. I recently realized that like the books I was trying to read as bedtime reading just like for some reason had stopped capturing my attention, so I gave up. I was like not working. So I switched the books. I was like I need something a little more like I realized I really like reading YA in bed, but it needs to be like not super exciting YA. So I went and found a bunch of like sort of kids novels. And one of them was I never read like that. What was it called? Like The Home for Peculiar Children. Like, you know that title, that series? It's like a whole series. I saw it a lot when I was a kid. I never watched it. But I found a book. Let me just grab it. It's literally right there. My bed's right there. There's like a whole world that series is set in. And one of the books that's kind of like from the backstory of the series, like the world lore, I guess, is Tales of the Peculiar. And it's like their world lore. It's like their fairy tale book. And yeah, Miss something House for Peculiar Children. Exactly. Yeah. And then I've never read the series, but a lot of the reviews for this book were like, I didn't read the series and I thought this was really interesting. It was like kind of dark in like a really engaging way. And I was like, oh, kind of dark in a really engaging way. That sounds perfect. Yeah, Pet Pellegrin. Yeah, something like that. Exactly. I read the first story yesterday and it was so disturbing. Like, I actually, after reading it, I was like, I don't know if I can sleep. I was like, this is not a children's story. Industrial stapler is a different case. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Suno artists don't actually feel like they have a unique style. Yeah. They don't listen to other AI music. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that there was polling like that. I will look that up, Lajojo. Thank you. Is that book inside the book called Hazel Woods or something? Wait, what do you mean Hazel Woods? I'm not sure. What do you mean? I don't know what Hazel Woods is. Let me show you the. I can tell you guys the summary while I work on putting it all together. This was the first story. It's called The Splendid Cannibals. Each of the stories has like an illustration. You can see everybody's like missing a limb, you know? I was like, oh, interesting. Like, I can tell how this will already be dark. And like the general gist of it, right? The summary of that first story. They opened the book with this. The summary was there are, so like in the world of the peculiars, I guess like a lot of these people have like sort of different powers or talents or whatever. Like that's what makes them peculiar. And so there's like back in the day, like peculiars of the same talent used to like live together. And so one of these villages was full of these people who, they were swampers. They worked, they were kind of like farmers. They were all farmers. They had like, they called each other farmer this, farmer that. Like it was a farming village and they were all peculiars. Their peculiarity was that if they lose a limb, it's like a lizard losing its tail. If they lose a limb, it grows back. Like that's what makes them peculiar. And then they meet this group of peculiars whose whole thing is that they're cannibals. Like they cannot have normal people food. They have to eat other people. And so they had struck this deal with the emperor of their land that like instead of, you know, killing and kidnapping people, they would only eat like criminals who had been hung and stuff like that. They happened to be really rich because like the people of this, like the village that they all come from is they make toys or something. I'll probably come back later. I was like, well, how do you get rich making toys? Anyways, they got rich off of making toys, so they have a lot of money. And so they pay the emperor like money to buy criminal corpses to eat. And yeah, you can already see how this is getting kind of wacky, right? Yeah, Tokyo Ghoul style. Yeah, exactly. And then yeah, I'm gonna start using tacky glue for the rest of these. And then obviously if you come across a village, if you're someone who can only eat people, like human flesh, you come across a village full of people whose limbs grow back and you have a lot of money. Like there's a really obvious thing that's going to happen here, which is that they all started to offer money in exchange for like, can I just like eat your arm and then it'll grow back anyway? And then this village of farmers becomes really prosperous. Like they get really rich really fast. And then it sort of becomes a race to the bottom. Like everybody's racing each other to sell their limbs. Like at first they're like, okay, we're only going to sell like our non-dominant arms. And then people pretty quickly, and like in the beginning, it comes out of a place of kindness. It's like, oh, these people literally cannot eat like, and they always like when they're eating like hung prisoners, you know, like they get a lot of like rotten flesh. Like they don't get to eat fresh a whole lot of the time. So out of kindness, they're like, okay, we don't actually like care that much about your money. Like we live a really happy farming life. Like we don't really need your money. But you can have my arm, I guess. That's fine. And it'll grow back anyway, you know? And then people start to see the value of money. Like this person starts selling like an arm and a leg, and then they buy like a really beautiful, like large brick house. And then everyone's like, oh, I want a brick house. Like, I guess I'll also sell one of my legs. Like it's just, you know, a non-dominant arm and then the opposite leg. Like it's fine. I'll just walk around with a cane. Like it's not a big deal. And then it just escalates from there, right? Like they start selling more and more limbs. And then finally they decide, they're like, oh, well, we have so much money because we're selling all of our limbs. I don't need my limbs. I can just hire a servant to carry me around. Like I can just be a torso. So they sell all of their limbs. And then it escalates even more because these cannibals start to, you know, they get curious. They're like, well, can I try your ear? And then these villagers are like, oh, you actually can't have my ear because that doesn't grow back. And then the cannibals are like, well, think about it, you know, like I would pay handsomely for your ear. And then like one of them is like, you know what? Yeah, I'll fuck it. Like I might be a little ugly, but this will be a lot of money, and I really want that nice house, so I'll sell my ear, even though it doesn't grow back. And then the race to the bottom escalates, right? Like everybody starts to sell their ear or their nose or whatever. They start all having like cast gold noses. And then eventually, like, there are all these, like, torsos in sacks that their servants are sort of, like, carting around. Like, that's what they all have become. And then finally, it focuses in on, like, one particular guy who, like, these people, this cannibals, they have spent all their money on buying limbs. And so they like, live in these shacks nearby. And then one day they're like, wait, all of the people we're selling our limbs to, like, have these massive houses they don't need. They literally just start squatting. They move into the houses of the people who used to be farmers and now are selling their limbs. And like it literally takes them a while to notice because the houses are so big. Nobody notices for a while. And then finally one time this guy like finally is like, wait a second, like I didn't say you could live here. And then they're like, well, like what are you gonna do about it though, right? Like you don't have limbs. Their servants aren't really like doing anything about it either. So they're just like, okay, fine. Like it's fine as long as you're paying me anyway to sell you my limbs. And then it zeroes in on the story of like one particular guy who finally sells his tongue. And then after he sold his tongue, he can't even complain anymore. And like the way the negotiation goes is he's like, I can't sell you my tongue. Like that doesn't grow back. And the cannibal is like, okay, well, if you sell me your tongue, I will literally give you all of the money I have. And so he sells his tongue. And the guy who promised to give him all of his money does, but instead of giving it to him, he distributes all of the money amongst this guy's only the limbs grow back, nothing else does. He distributes it amongst all of this guy's servants and dismisses them. And then this guy is left like he is just a torso, no limbs. Like it only takes a few days for his limbs to grow back, right? But they dismiss all his servants, so in the days like on his own he can't fend for himself, and they tie him to a post in the backyard. And the phrase that stuck with me, they were like, and like a fruiting vine, he became their like source of nourishment. Like they use the phrase fruiting vine. And then, you know, this cannibal's family and proceeded to raise like a multi-generational, you know, there's like for generations they lived on happily with this man in their backyard. And they all lived happily ever after. Like it was very much like told in the tone of like a fairy tale, like for children. I started this story going like, oh, I see how this is like a, you know, really effective a critique on capitalism. Like I think it's a really interesting, like I see where they're going with this. Like I see the vision. This is cool. Like it's dark, but in a really, you know, manageable way. Like it's stylistically dark. Yeah, by the end I was like, I'm not sleeping tonight. Like I closed my eyes and all I could see was this image of like a fruiting vine, like this guy on a post in their back. I was like, what the fuck? Like it's just a torso changed to a post in their back. Dude, I was like, what the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? Oh, well, that sure was a time, yeah? Sounds like an ancient form of Chinese torture. It does, doesn't it, Sora? Welcome, also. Good to have you. Didn't know you were here. Okay, I'm gonna make the tassel and then I think we're done. I have exactly 5 minutes. So that means we're gonna have to do a different stream just for me to play with knots. Hold on. As I said that, like as I was in the middle of that sentence when I realized where I was gonna. Whatever. Full commit, man. You just have to commit. Sometimes you just have to commit. Yeah, we're gonna have to do a separate stream where I play with knots. And it'll be great. It'll be great. It'll be fine. Definitely heard of that torture method in Tenmei. I mean, Tenmei goes really freaky. Yeah, I can see that. I can see the phrasing, says 3. Did I hear that right? Does it matter? Cannibalism is always such a good allegory for so many concepts ranging from capitalism to queerness. Yes, Mobius. Very well said. That is very true. Yeah. Didn't hear the whole story. Can you repeat it from the start again? Sodium. I can't tell if you're joking or not. Welcome to chat. Does anyone in chat want to try a retelling? You guys want to do? Oh my god. Okay, tassel time. Is 5 minutes enough to make a tassel? Let's find out. I think it is. I think we're good. I am, however, getting hungry, and it's so quiet here that if my stomach rumbles, you guys are going to hear it, so look forward to it. I have a very loud and insistent stomach. It's quite like Sapporo in that way. When I get hungry, it's like, I will not let you do anything else until you feed yourself. Which is crazy that I still manage to forget meals despite that. Like, I bought this book of weird stories because I thought it was gonna be like dark in a minimally disturbing way, you know, like some things are just really dark and they stay with you, but they're not like nightmare fuel. I felt like that was nightmare fuel. And I also bought the story because I really want to write one of these myself. Like, because of my VTuber lore, I was like, oh, I really want to write like a book of fairy tales. And to write a book of fairy tales, I have to read a bunch more fairy tales. Like, to do a good job of it, I have to do some research. So I have like the Brothers Grimm, I have Anderson's, and then I bought this. I have Mother Goose, like I have all of, you know, the classics. And so I bought this and I was like, let's get weird with it. I'm gonna buy this one. And now I'm like, maybe I shouldn't have done that. Maybe this was not appropriate bedtime reading. But my lesson has not been learned. I will in fact be continuing to read it before bed because you know what it did do? It was riveting enough that I didn't look at my phone before bed. I was just reading this book. And I think that mattered more. I slept pretty okay. It took me a while to fall asleep, but once I fell asleep, I slept pretty okay. What does this charm signify? Like the tassel that we're making? Should try reading the original Hans Grimm fairy tale. Yeah, no, the originals are good, but the thing is, like, that's what I thought. That's the kind of darkness I was expecting from the Peculiar whatever series, right? Because I feel like the original Grimm's and Hans Andersen fairy tales are like, they're dark, right? Like, they tend to be quite grotesque in many cases, but they're not like chaining men to their backyard as a single dismembered torso, like a fruiting vine, harvesting his limbs for multiple generations of cannibals to subsist on. Like, that is a new level. And not just that, like, it was definitely a critique of like the escalations of capitalism, because the first man who out of kindness had given his like leg, the leg was actually accidentally dismembered in the beginning. Like, he's a farmer and he had like a scythe accident, and these people just happened to come by, so he gave them his accidentally dismembered leg. And he, like, after the money that they gave him for that leg, he never sold another limb. Like, I think he was meant to be like, it's a cautionary tale, right? Because his whole thing was that he's the only one who remained a farmer. He continued to farm until the end. He lived in his like simple wooden house that was built from the money that he got from that first limb. And then everybody like mocked him. All his friends stopped talking to him because they thought he was uncool, because he, you know, still lived in that ugly house. Everybody else was in these beautiful McMansions. And so it was like really obvious what the moral of the story was. Like, it was well written. I don't know if it's not what I expected. Are the farmers immortal? They're not immortal. They just grow limbs back. They're just like lizards with tails, right? Like, that's it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Wait, was I supposed to put paracord in here? I think so. Like a string. Here you go. How long of a tassel do we want for this? Maybe like that long? I feel like small wood house is better than big houses because of the amount of cleaning. Yeah, like he didn't need servants because it was a small house. He was still farming. Like he didn't hire anyone like everyone else did. He lived a simple farmer's life in his little wooden house for the rest of his life, like happily ever after. And you know how like children's fables that have a moral of the story, they're always very, very, very explicit with the moral. Like they make sure you do not miss it because it's for children. It's written with that tone too, because like the final tongue sale, this guy that they're talking about who sold his tongue, he was friends. He used to be friends with the simple farmer guy who didn't ever sell another limb. And the author explicitly calls out, they're like, now, if this man was still friends with his old, you know, farmer friend, and if he had asked that friend for advice, like, oh, I'm thinking about selling my tongue, what do you think I should do? His simple farmer friend would have like definitely told him to stop. And like, if it was such a big deal that like these people were living in his house and squatting in his house and he didn't want them to be there, that he could like live with his farmer friend if he wanted. Like the author explicitly calls that out, right? And I was like, I see. They sure did ensure that we would not miss the moral of this story. Like, extremely, extremely clear. Pretty long one for this. Oh, yeah, this is longer than the other tassel. At least. Or at least I think I made the paper longer and then I made the string a little shorter. The ratio is a little closer. Ah! Did you guys see that? Oh no! What have I done? That's not good. Huh. Well, it's a little too late. So, let me do this. I'm just gonna shove it back in there. The paracord's kind of unraveling. It's not going back in. What have I done? What have I done? I don't want to remake the whole thing. Well, maybe it'll just roll back together, no problem. That's not too bad. It's not too bad. Okay. To ensure it stays. Now I'm realizing the other tassel might do this to me too. We'll add just a little bit of tacky glue here. Okay. I'm worried about the other tassel. Okay, I don't know if it'll still be sticky enough. A little to help, surely. Try pulling it through the bottom side. Oh, like all the way in instead of just a little bit at a little nub at the top. That's true. I probably should have done that. Huh? It's too late now. I have messed up. It's okay, it's okay. This is just for funsies anyway. Not serious. We made like little cork reindeers. Ah, it happened again. Little cork reindeers out of cork, I guess. Not much to say about that. As a Christmas decoration. And I'm gonna pull it out a little more. Okay. And all of the, like, we've been using them multiple years now since we first made them, and they keep losing limbs, which I realize now is actually getting darker because of the story I just told you guys. But they keep losing limbs and like antlers and whatever, and we just keep going like, yeah, that's just a, you know, little limbless, you know, that's on purpose. That's the story of that guy's life. We cannot interfere with a canon event. Oops. Tilted at some point. Lucky. Ying versus arts and crafts. I was not made for this life. Oh, it's 12:32. I'm out of time. All right, well, I'll finish this off stream, I guess, but we'll do one more stream just to do knots. But this is what it would have looked like. I think it's already really shaping up together. It's gonna be good. Chinese version of the human giving tree. Yeah. That's cursed. I don't like that. I really do not like that. Wow. I'm gonna be thinking about that one, Sora. Okay, not quite here yet, but happy Lunar New Year. Absolutely. Happy Lunar New Year, whatever version of it you celebrate. Happy other New Year, whether you celebrate it or not. I don't have time to raid, I guess, so I'll just say bye to you guys here. Here, I'll say bye properly. All right. Oh! Sorry, my little mini guillotine just fell over. These are our 2 crafts from today. Ta-da! That's the back side, my bad. I think I can take the paper clips out now. You can see it properly. Uh-oh. Ta-da! Ta-da! Well, I should be upside down. Fu Tao. These are our 2 crafts from today. Not bad! I feel like in 2.5 hours work. Yeah. Thanks for storytelling and craft time. Indeed. Thank you guys for joining for storytelling and craft time. I hope that was fun. Hope you guys had fun. I'll see you guys next time then for another craft stream. I'm gonna probably do like less gaming for a hot minute while I recuperate. I'm so tired, guys. I really overdid it. I'm gonna get this. I'm also working on Story of Us, so once that's out, I think I'll have more of my energy back. But until then, we'll keep it to chatting, to yapping and crafting for now. Yeah. This was so much fun. I'm glad you thought so, Orly. Why, thank you. I think it's pretty too. I'm really excited to hang these up. All right, Happy New Year. I'll see you guys for probably one more New Year prep stream. We'll do more DIY stuff. I'll see you guys next time. Whether it's morning, afternoon, or evening, have a wonderful time of day. Thank you for joining for a craft stream. I'll see you guys next stream. See you next time. Bye-bye. 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 I love the crafty and chatty streams. Perfect. As long as you do. Bye-bye.